one we're seeing, and I think we're good to go. Well, hi everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Lights, Camera, Rant. And what a week it has been, guys! Like, look, just trying to fathom between all the announcements of the Game Awards, the wins, the lost losers, everything with DC at the moment, and even right here on the Lights, Camera, Rant HQ, as you probably can see currently right now, if you're viewing this via video, we've just moved house. You see there's a couple of boxes still floating around. Trying to set everything up here in Lights Camera HQ, as lame as that sounds, if you will. So we just set it all up. The move went well. We're all good to go, and I just can't believe just how many more boxes you can have from going from a smaller house to a bigger house, yet you still have just as many boxes. But besides the move, even here, the last few weeks, which I think we can all agree on, that we have had so many guests. We have had Mark from Mark My Words. We've had Forrest and Matt from Don't Be a Hero podcast. We've had Morgan Cobbs from the Cobbs podcast. We've had Katie from Popping the Popcorn. And not to mention, we have Cody Tucker from the Tucker Show, all from here, from Hall. If you want to come past and talk movies, TV shows, and video games right here. So it's been an insane couple of weeks, and I still can't believe after all that we're recording right now, and we're nearly halfway through December. Like, holy shit! So for everyone, obviously it's that time. So Merry Christmas! I hope everyone's going all right with their Christmas shopping before it's too late. Because I know you're gonna want to watch Fire at Night. I know you're gonna want to see Avatar 2 after for so long, but it's the Christmas shopping, all the Christmas movies. It's just that awesome time of the year. Uh, but it's really awesome to see just how cool it is just for the time of the year. It's great. Not to mention all the, I said, the Christmas movies with the Santa Claus Disney Plus show currently streaming, and oh my god, the Guardians of the Galaxy special. How good was the Guardians of the Galaxy special? That was fan bloody tastic. I'm still got all the songs stuck in my head. I don't know what Christmas is, and that was a great band by Take 97 or Band 97. That's who they are. But yeah, it's just a special time of the year, and I'm glad we're right there and we're gearing more up to it. And it's nearly the end of the year. And speaking of Christmas, don't you worry, we still will be having Christmas with the Mrs. episode. We're going to be reviewing the Apple Plus, ugh, Apple TV movie Spirited with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. We're going to review that, and you'll be seeing that episode very shortly. So, guys, just as I said, this time around, it's just me, and you know what we like to do here on Lights Camera Rant. It's the best sound in the world. Tuesday morning. So for everyone who's a regular, you know where to plunk your ass, crack open a drink that I just had, and get ready for an episode. For anyone new, welcome to, and I hope you stick around. So as always, we like to get into the news and then we get into the reviews. However, there's no reviews for this week. We're going straight into the gaming awards and the utter, would that be the best word? The utter mess that is the DC universe again. And it's funny, a year on, 12 months, I feel like I've said that about 4 or 5 times. And I'll get into it, but I just can't believe how many times I have said DC is a mess. And it's not getting any better. So let's get into that. So let's get into the news. So one of the biggest news that we have seen the past week is that Kevin Feige seems to be ramping up his scouting for Secret Wars. Now, Avengers Secret Wars will be a sequel to Avengers Kang Dynasty, which presume will be just like what happened with Infinity War and Endgame. The heroes will lose Infinity War, and then everyone will show up at Endgame. However, Secret Wars, based obviously on the comics, everyone rocks up. Everyone appears from every alternate universe because two universes colliding, so they go versus each other. So currently, it's rumored that Kevin Feige has spoken to Hugh Jackman, has spoken to Tobey Maguire, and as well, even going to the extent of going to Fantastic Four people as well from the original movies, from 1 and 2, Rise of the Silver Surfer, going to that. So it's really interesting to see how this is all going to go, gearing up, like how, who's going to appear, when are they going to appear, and if they're going to sign on and come back and see these characters, because it would be at least 10 to 15 years by the time Secret Wars. Ooh, actually, I could be showing my age. Could be like at least 20 years or more since they made their first appearance. But he seems like he's just going around. He's trying to collect everybody. I have no doubt he'd be knocking on Nicolas Cage's door, Ben Affleck's door, uh, Jennifer Garner. Like, he's looking to assemble the, like, here's the benchmark for Endgame. He's going to bring it up here for Secret Wars, and it looks like he's doing his recruiting now to get everybody ready. So if you're not already, you have to get excited for the fact that Kevin Feige, at the end of the day, he's a fan just like us. So he's going to make sure he delivers. He's not going to be anything. Nothing's going to be half baked. Nothing's going to be like, oh, Endgame's better. Which a lot of people will say that because of the fact that there's no Iron Man, maybe, no Cap, maybe, we don't know. So it might be very different. But Secret Wars, currently right now, is looking that it's going to be Kevin Feige swinging the fence. As the fans, we should be very, we're going to be spoiled. And there will still be someone who complains and goes, oh, they should have done this, they should have done like that. And just like, leave it. It's going to be fantastic. So strap yourselves in. But moving on, speaking of upcoming movies, apparently interview Charlie Cox, our wonderful Daredevil, has mentioned that there is a place for him in Deadpool 3 if Ryan Reynolds comes knocking on his door, which I would be happy to see. Hands down, I'd be happy to see Daredevil in Deadpool 3 because we already know the rumor is that it's going to be big with the TVA. Owen Wilson will be making an appearance. So, literally, with Deadpool 3, if they're going in that route, anything's on the table. We could see anyone popping up, making an appearance. So, just think about it. Think about who could rock up. But I will never say no. I'll never say no to more Daredevil. 110%. Speaking of Daredevil, still going on. Another rumor is that apparently a TV show is rumored to be TVMA, which would be bloody fantastic, and I hope that is also the case. Obviously, some of these rumors you got to take as a grain of salt because you know how it all goes. Like, oh, I heard that blah blah. I'm like, no, that's not actually happening. So it always goes back and forth. But if the TVMA, which I think Daredevil needs to be, and a lot of the fans aren't going to say no, do it, Kevin. Do it. Bring us MA for Daredevil, because no one's going to be knocking you going, oh, you shouldn't have gone too far. Now, as we can see on Disney Plus, you can go watch Logan. You can go watch so many different horror movies, Predator. So it doesn't matter about the Disney Plus rule either. So I say bring it on. Moving on. Also, from James Cameron's brilliant mind of being an absolute twat of a human being, and so sticks so far up his ass he can taste what we have for breakfast. He has confirmed that apparently 3/4 of Avatar 3 has been filmed, a portion of Avatar 4 has been filmed, and Avatar 5 has a script. Gee, my God, this man doesn't slow down, and that's a long bunch of filming. Apparently, they started filming in 2017, which doesn't surprise me. Some of the behind the scenes footage we have seen, it looks fantastic. So we've also seen behind the scenes footage of Wakanda Forever's underwater scenes, which also look stunning. And right now, Avatar has been released, going through its rounds. All the early reactions are very positive. I didn't know this movie actually goes for 3 hours. So when I was looking to book tickets, I'm like, holy shit, that's that's a long ass movie, but I can't complain. You Endgame, Spider-Man: No Way Home, King Kong. Actually, now you mention it, King Kong feels a lot longer than those two movies. Just don't know. Maybe it just drags out. You don't know. So yeah, that's how far along Avatar sequels have come. Even to the point where the director also mentioned the fact that he did not direct Avatar 4 and 5. He would have to train the director because there's only one particular way you can shoot these movies, and only James Cameron can, which means he would have to train that person to do it. So look, whether or not I'm going to win that bet with Zach from the Nerdos podcast, I am still struggling that Wakanda Forever will be the box office king against Avatar. But let's see how it goes. So Avatar fans, you're well in for a wild ride for the next few years, because he also mentioned the fact that they'll be pumping them out every 2 or 3 years to keep it in line with that, so you won't be waiting as long. So a lot of Avatar is on the way, so get ready for that. Moving on, for any Rush Hour fans, Jackie Chan confirmed on his Instagram that currently right now he's in talks with Chris Tucker to make Rush Hour 4. Which is fantastic because just recently, me and my partner Maddie went back and we watched Rush Hour 1, 2. We didn't get to 3, but we watched that and we thought, like looking back, these movies were so good. So 90s though. And it still surprises me that this is directed by, I think it's Brett Ratner, who directed X-Men 3. And I'm like, you did such a good job on that. Why didn't you do a good job on X Men? Why did you drop the ball, sir? Anyway, so for any Rush Hour fans, you're in for a treat. Rush Hour 4 is currently, I'd say, the best motion it's been in years. I think the last movie was 2007 or 2008. I think I remember going to see movies to go see that. And it was still really good. I still really liked it. Just the dynamic between the two. Uh, it's fantastic. And look, I hope it goes ahead. But, if they're doing talks now, probably looking at 2024, late 2024, roughly, give or take. It's a lot easier now to shoot movies that are not in, no longer in the particular COVID era. But yes, get in store for that. Moving on, for any Sifu fans, so the video game that came out, which was widely acclaimed, which was the martial arts video game, which was near perfect. It was fantastic. I did my review a few weeks, a couple of months ago now. Anyway, it's a fantastic game. The art style, the story, the action is great, and the twist. The twist in it was the fact that when you die, you age. The older you get, your health decreases, but your strength increases. So you have to keep that balance. Increasing the difficulty means that you die, that the multiplier increases. So if you die once, you age 1 year. If you die by the same villain a few times, it increases to like 5, 8, and just keeps going up. It's a great twist. But apparently, the rumor is that the John Wick creator is interested and is currently, at the moment, working on a live action adaptation for the game, which I think would be bloody outstanding. That would be terrific to of a movie. Just the story, if it's shot, a particular way, it could look fantastic. Um, and the thing is, it's very hard with video games to movies, which we do know, which the look of the Super Mario movie, that could also be breaking the curse. Uh, uh, in animation, still animation, it could be breaking that curse. but I think Sifu could be very well a really good adaptation you could bring to the big screen and it work seamlessly. It's interesting how they're going to incorporate the twist if any way they will, but definitely get involved for that and don't like video game fans, you're in for a treat. Honestly, like Sifu, Gran Turismo, Bioshock, Twisted Metal, um, Horizon Zero Dawn, that is all in the works at the moment. Movies, TV shows, definitely jam packed. So strap yourselves in. So we're getting a lot of video game to movie content. It could be Hollywood turn around just being like, we've run out of sequels and reboots idea. What other pool can we pull from and milk the video game cow? Which is going to be. But yeah, so that's in the work. So I'm really, really pumped for that. Still speaking in video game news, apparently Microsoft, as we know, has made the acquisition of Activision and Blizzard, has gone on the record to say that they have a 10-year commitment to bring COD to Switch. Or Nintendo consoles, depending on the time frame. Oh god, that's again, I even show my age on that. Yeah. Now look, it's not absurd. It's not absurd. You can get Skyrim and Switch. But look, I I understand Call of Duty being on the game deck, which whoa, I don't know if you guys remember me saying this last week with Mark. The game deck in Australia is $1,760, I think, for the standard edition. No. No, 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 no. I am not paying that amount of money. I was fully excited for this based on the prices in America. I didn't know they're going to jump that much. That is hell no. That is two PlayStation worse. That's a PlayStation, an Xbox, and a Switch. No, no, no. I am not doing that at all. That is utterly ridiculous. And I will not be paying that money for a game deck. Not game deck, for a Steam Deck. I'm not paying that money, and I hope the price can come down. But these are early prices; they could be very different. Especially looking 12 months when we have the Christmas specials, it could be interesting to see. But yeah, Microsoft have mentioned the fact that they're going to be working towards that. So that's going to be interesting seeing Call of Duty on Switch. I could not confirm nor deny if the Switch has the power capabilities to fully run Call of Duty in a moderate way, similar to the PlayStation, or PC. So yeah, it's gonna be because look, Switch is powerful, but it ain't as powerful as the rest of the consoles. Nintendo is usually always a generation hardware behind because they always stick to the most unique thing. So that's currently on the table going forward. So that was the biggest news in the past week. But let's get to the two main topics of this particular episode. But let's jump to DC first. So I know. You're probably gonna say Lee, you preach this all the time. We've heard so much about DC, how much you're bashing it, how much, I've done so many episodes about it, and I'll admit that. But it's just constantly in the news of, like the grass is all green and fantastic over there. Oh, that's Marvel. Then you're like, oh, look, it's DC. Everything's rotten. Terribly, terribly rotten. So as we know, James Gunn has become the new head of DC Studios with another bloke, which I can't remember his name, but you know, James Gunn is the more parent. And look, he mentioned the fact that he's going to do whatever he can to fix the DCEU, which is no joke, is like a rickety train on some tray tracks that every time you hear where the next station's going, it breaks up, so you never fully know where it's going, and it's surprised where the train rocks up. That is actually a fantastic analogy that I just whipped out of nowhere. Wow. Uh, sorry, I'm just surprised by my own analogy. Anyway, so apparently, what he's going to be doing is he is going to be hitting the hard reset button. This is going to be the hard reset button, where the rumor is, which he posted a photo on his Instagram, a picture of the Justice League, but it's not the current Justice League. It's not Kingdom Come. I can't remember which version it is, but once you see it, you know exactly what I mean. I'll post it on my Instagram, which I hope you are indeed following. It's and what it looks like to be the rumor is that he is hitting the hard right now, the hard reset button on the DCEU. Apparently, his vision will not go into full effect until DC, Aquaman 2. Well, we will not see the changes happen until after Aquaman 2. Because currently right now, let's go through Paul. So let's roll this off and see if any of this sounds fantastic. So currently right now, Wonder Woman 3 has been cancelled. Apparently, Patty Jenkins pitched the script. They weren't happy. She left. Apparently, she emailed the execs, board of directors, not James Gunn, the definition of a character arc. Ooh, that can't be good. Now look, it does suck that Wonder Woman 3 is not moving forward because Wonder Woman had the strongest debut in the DCU of a solo film or an appearance, both in Batman v Superman and Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman 2 was shit. It was so bad, so terrible, and it's just. I made this argument. She's a bloody god, and she wind beats her and a power of choice. You are a goddess, badass, and anyway, I nearly made that review 12 months ago, and I was very, very honest about it. So it's no surprise that Wonder Woman 3 gets cancelled after that poor reception of Wonder Woman 2. But the sad part is Gal Gadot does a fantastic job as Wonder Woman. A lot of people want to see her back. Apparently, she will be appearing in the Flash movie. There's a rumor that she's going to appear in Aquaman 2 as well. But, it's just kind of sad because she very much deserved a third outing of a movie. But, nope, that's off the table. Apparently, also is currently off the table is Man of Steel 2, which The Rock did so hard to bring Henry Cavill back, and apparently all plans are currently stalled. Now we don't know if their plans are stalled because James Gunn is rebuilding everything, or again they've just lost hope with Henry Cavill to get that cameo, everything. But apparently, yes, Man of Steel 2 is back on the shelf. Which is really disappointing after the fantastic cameo of going, oh, he's back. Oh, he's no, he's not. So that's really sad. Also, including what's really sad is I don't know. This is a little bit iffy, and I haven't seen this before from The Rock. Now, I think The Rock is taking the loss, or maybe not the loss, but the Black Adam not making as much money as it should have, which he was predicting, well, not predicting, but what he was promoting, the hierarchy of DCU got changed. Because we've heard that line so many times, and he spoiled Henry Cavill's return. He tweeted saying, I wanted to wait until the investors confirmed it, but these are the current numbers of how much Black Adam has made profit. It ain't that much for a $400 million film. So it could be very unlikely if we will get Black Adam 2, especially given his age. No offense, Rock. No offense. But then again, Indiana Jones is 80. 80. And you're still using that whip. So anyway, But apparently, yeah, no Black Adam 2, and The Rock seems to be taking that very harshly, judging by his Twitter. Um, Also, The Flash got moved. Its release date got moved again to a week earlier for some reason. That's really weird. And another thing is the rumor is that Jason Momoa might be not be playing Aquaman anymore after Aquaman 2 and will be recast as Lobo because he's always wanted to play that character in a movie. Apparently, that is also going to be happening really weirdly. So yeah, that's now look. These are all rumors. These are all rumors. Take them as a grain of salt. But right now, for the third. Oh, don't worry, Batman fans. Matt Reeves' Batman is completely safe. And don't you worry, the Joker 2 with Lady Gaga being a musical is safe too. Um, Look, it's been shambles. Like again, it pisses me off because I just don't get it. I don't get it to the point where James Gunn has put forward saying the fact that please be rest assured please be rest assured, what they're going to be doing is to benefit the universe and the fans. And I trust that he would do that. I trust that he would do it. But to achieve something like that, there's going to be casualties. There is going to be losses. You will have to shake things up and things might get hard and it might not look good for people who really were looking at some movies or what could be happening. So that's a hard thing. That's a really hard thing. But that really sums up what could like Batgirl obviously got cancelled, but that was before James Gunn. So DC fans, I'm right there with you. I don't know. I really don't know what is going to happen. What is what will it be in the end? It's really not looking good. Really, really not looking good for DC at the moment. Hey, at least Marvel has a plan. That's the main thing. So let's get on to the biggest topic that has happened within. I'm not wearing my watch. I don't. Anyway, in the last 48 hours is the Game Awards, which we were treated to so much. So, the Game of the Year winner is Elden Ring. Oh, no one's clapping? No one's clapping? All right, no one's clapping. So, yes, Elden Ring won the game of the year. One game of the year, which a lot of people predicted on our poll on Instagram, and pretty much I think it was 60 or 70%. You all voted God of War. I would think God of War as well, but when Elden Ring dropped, it it was a surprise hit to get perfect 10, perfect 10, perfect 10 on so many different major game review platforms. IGN, GameSpot, the list goes on. And not only were people playing this, but the casual person was playing this. Elderly people were playing this game and giving it a shot. And the biggest thing for this game was you got the whole game. Would you believe that? You got the whole game. There was no DLC. There was like one or two updates for fixing bugs. That was it. There wasn't a major update you had to do that would take you another an hour to get the game. There wasn't DLC mentioned. No, you got the game entirely. And this proves the point that single player, first person role playing, single player main story still has a place and is still one of the most popular genres in games. It is not dead. Multiplayer hasn't fully taken over, and the proof is in Elden Ring, which is well deserved. Yes, as I said, do I think God of War won? Yes, because of popularity vote, but it didn't. However, God of War did win Best Soundtrack, Best Narrative, and Christopher Judge won the Best Game Performance, which he deserves. Yes, as I'm recording this right now, I have not finished God of War, but no, he's done it. I think it's fantastic. I'm so glad in his speech that he also shouted out Sonny as well, because both of them have done a fantastic job for both games. So it's well deserved. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like watching it, and I'm just like, I wonder how many people in this crowd remember he's from Stargate. Come on. How many people know he's from Stargate? He played Tilk and he did a fantastic job. Come on. How many people know that? But yeah, he won the award. It was well deserved. Elden Ring also won a couple other awards for Best Role Playing Game and Best Art Design, which are also well deserved. So they took home a lot of gold. Stray won an award. What was it? The Warner Brothers Multiverse game also won an award. I was trying to think of the name. I know Multiverse because Warner Brothers for best fighting game. Like all these awards were won. It's fantastic, and yeah, I'll admit when I'm wrong or admit when I was right. But yeah, that's good on those games for winning it, and I'm glad Elden Ring did win it. It did deserve it because it did something different. It was a complete and utter surprise, and here we are, still talking about it. However, not only that, not only did those game awards, we got a plethora of announcements for of new trailers, new games, new DLC, new people, new characters appearing in the video game universe. There is there was a lot that happened at the Game Awards. There was a lot, and so excited some of the news. Which what I also will be doing is that all the new games that did get announced, I will be posting on Instagram, just as a obviously individual to a spotlight. So please do give us a follow. So I will make sure to keep you guys up to date of all the new ones, especially the ones I might have missed. But look, I gotta touch on this because this is probably the most heartwarming moment of the Game Awards. So, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League game. That's coming out next year, which is May the 26th, 2023. So, we got a new trailer for that. And remember, this game got delayed nearly by a year. Nearly by a year. So, we got a new trailer for this. Now, the original trailer did not include Batman. We knew this is set in the Arkhamverse, but we also assumed that Batman was dead. There was no mention of him. There was no, we saw the Flash, we saw Superman, we saw other characters, but we didn't see Batman. But Batman does appear in this trailer, and not only is it Batman, it's Arkham Knight Batman, peak Batman, and we get the iconic line from Kevin Conroy, where this is his last, as far as his last voicing credit will be going to this. So this game just became a lot more important because a lot more people will be buying this game because it will be the last time you will hear the iconic Kevin Conroy voicing the Batman. It's very sad he did pass away last month. I'm still very gutted about that. But yes, here he's making an appearance. So we get to see Arkham Knight Batman. But his eyes are blue, just like the Flash and Superman who have been infected by Brainiac. And the Suicide Squad team think they're safe, but no, they're not safe. And then we hear the iconic, "I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman." And then it cuts to "Thank you, Kevin," which is beautiful. Utterly beautiful. And I recommend anyone who is a Kevin Conroy fan to buy this game. Buy this. We don't know how much he's going to be in the game. However, just to hear him one more time is well worth it. So I highly recommend for you guys to pick it up. It's very sad that this was his last role, but I I'm just fantastic the fact that we do still get to hear him one more time, that he did still record something. So that's the best thing. So yes, we got a release date for Suicide Squad coming next year. Another major game was Jedi Survivor. We got a gameplay trailer, not just a normal trailer, but a gameplay trailer, and this looks stunning. The action, the story, the gameplay, all looks good. Massive upgrade to the original. So pumped for this. This would have to be. Oh, that's a hard. That's very hard. Uh, I would have to say the fact that yes, it would have to be my second highly anticipated game for this year. Only because I know that Kevin Conroy will be in the Suicide Squad game, and it's based in the Arkhamverse by Rocksteady, and because Gotham Knights is awful, awful. But for Star Wars fans, this looks fantastic, and you're gonna feel, which again you did feel in the previous game, you're gonna feel like a bloody Jedi. And this, yeah, this looks great. We get a release date for that, March 17th. So that comes out earlier than Suicide Squad. So definitely strap yourselves in for that, because that looks great. And surely have to watch the trailer by now. Surely. Please tell me. But also tell me also what your thoughts are. Definitely tell and message me Instagram. Did you like it? What do you think? I'm pumped for that. Not only did we get Death Stranding 2, we get a trailer for. We also got Tekken 8. We also got a new Grand Theft Auto. No, Grand Theft Auto. I would say this Saints Row Killer, to get that taste out of your mouth, which is Crime Boss. That's got a lot of big name people in it. That's also, we got a trailer for that. Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty. Alba's going to be in that, which he looks fantastic. The CGI looks great. So definitely have a look at that trailer as well. Another really cool game you need to check out is Nightingale. Now, this might not be for everyone, but it's a unique twist. It's like set in olden times, but you can go around into different dimensions, which is really cool, which you need to go check that out. We also got a new trailer small clip for Super Mario, which looks good, which has put more faith. I love it. So I'm really looking forward to that. And, just looking at some of these, like there was a lot to unpack that's coming out. And it's just looking at all these new games, you have to get excited for 2023. You got to get excited for 2024. There's so much of new stuff that you just fantastic to watch. And like, just looking at it, I'm excited and I cannot wait. But look, guys, that was a wrap up of the Game Awards, of the heavy hitters. DC's in shambles. Avatar's way ahead of the curve with an all but sequels for James Cameron. And as always, guys, I thank you for tuning in for this episode. Whether you're watching it, whether you're streaming it or listening in, above all else, I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Until next time, happy ranting.